JJ and Alex are deep in Utah strategy and reaction. What the Utes did right and what they need to do better. JJ and Alex, Monday from 3 to 6 on the KSL Sports Zone.
All right, yes, welcome back. 1st and 12, happy Sunday to you. Alex Curie, Mitch Harper. You can always, of course, join us on the KSL Sports Zone, yes, as the voice said there, with JJ and myself on 3 to 6 in the afternoons. And then Mitch, I think it's going to be quite a spirited. If anything indicates our post-game phone calls that we got, there was one Utah caller. I think that everybody else pretended like nothing happened. But when when BYU won that game, 22-21 up on the Hill, lots of callers. I feel like Cougar Nation is going to be quite packed with a lot of phone calls.
I think it's going to be loaded with phone calls coming up on Monday night. So for good reason. BYU's 9-0 and took down Utah 22-21. Back-to-back wins now for BYU in the rivalry. First time that's happened since 2007. So it's been a long time, and first win for BYU against Utah in Salt Lake since 2006. And this was head coach Kalani Sitake in Rice-Eccles Stadium after the win.
Okay, well, rivalry game comes down to the end, just like we've seen so many times, and glad we got the on the other side of this. I've seen a lot of games where we've been victorious, and I've been in a different color shirt, and happy that our fans were able to get this win and our players were able to get this done. Obviously, didn't play our best, especially in the first half. But we talked about it at halftime. We thought 30 minutes was still enough time for us to come back and get a victory. So proud of the players, the leadership. The guys stepped up and found a way to make plays. And wasn't pretty in a lot of different ways, but you have to give a lot of credit to Utah and the way they played the game. I mean, it was just nice to flip it over and get the win and hold them to 21 points after we shut them out basically in the second half. Credit to Jay and defensive staff for doing that. But, it was a back and forth game, and it's just one of those things where we were able to get it done at the end. And I'm glad that Will was able to step up and execute the kick. And, it was a good game. It was a lot of fun, especially because we got the victory. But it just seemed like that these kind of games always come down to the end like that. And I'm glad that we were able to get this done and get the win. So what questions do you guys have for me?
Does it feel like you guys are a team of destiny? I mean, you come down to the last moment on a few of these games, and even when everything seems like it's going against you, you guys have found a way to win.
Yeah, just keep believing in each other. We've doubled down on our culture, trusting and loving each other, and I think it's gone well, but it's also had some ups and downs, and just doesn't look like that because we're 9-0 right now. So, but there's a lot of really cool things we can keep building on, and it's really cool for me to see our leadership and our players take over the team. And I wish I could sit there and take credit for it, but we have some really good young men on in this program, and they've done a great job holding each other accountable and getting the most out of each other. And so even at halftime, they're saying the right things, and there's no need to panic. We told them there's no need to panic, but we need more urgency, and we need to get some things done. We need to play more physical, especially up front in the line. And so I think Utah played physical. We knew that this could be a game that can get the most out of us, and I thought that we were able to get that done in the second half. And just let's not spot them so many points next time, and with some of the mistakes that we made. But you have to give them credit. I think, especially in those 3 drives that they just scored on, you got to find a way to get off the field. And so not perfect, but we'll work on it and see if we can get there.
Kalani, you talked about that last drive. Did you think the game was over when Jake got back on the end zone? They didn't call defense holding, but what were your thoughts at that point and the resiliency to be able to drive downfield after that?
Well, I'm always checking the field for penalty. When I saw the flag, I figured it could be. I mean, Utah we play similar defense. I mean, it's like you heard Kyle before. We learned a lot from him and the system that we were able to work with, and so we know that it sometimes can be really handsy, and I'm glad we got the call. So I don't know what else to say about it. That's the game of football. You can't can't hold people, you know. So I didn't see it because I'm not watching the whole field, but I'll take a look at it, and I'm sure we can find some other holdings that were there that weren't called. So that's just the game sometimes. And I'm not even sure. I think I'm a biased person. When they said it was face mask, and I thought Isaiah grabbed the shirt, but you just got to live with it, whatever decision the refs make. I don't think they're trying to get it wrong, you know. So that's just part of the game. The refs are part of the game, and I'm glad that we were able to capitalize on that and make a play. And you know, nice catch by Chase, and great execution on the kick by Will Farron. And the snap and the kick, the hold was awesome too, and protection. So Will was cool as it could be. I mean, that there was not going to be a way to stop the clock or freeze him. So we just felt really good about running the ball, having the clock run, and have him just sit up there and kick. And K-Pop has worked on that situation so many times. So nothing was brand new to us. It was something that these guys have done over and over again.
What's it like watching the ball go through? Because this rivalry's had games that have posed, have been blocked,
Yeah.
you know, and those, you've been a part of those. What's it like when it went through and you had the lead?
Yeah, it was just one of those. I mean, we were just willing it to happen. Will Farron's a really good kicker. He's done this before in our practices, and we just felt really comfortable and confident in him. So he was on one. I thought, I like to score more touchdowns rather than kick field goals, but we know we can count on him if we need to.
How do you do clock management at the end of the first half?
Yeah, my fault.
Okay.
Yeah. What was the question? Was it my fault? Yeah, it was my fault. Yeah. You know what? That was an error on my part, and I wanted to clock it so we can get the field goal unit set up and kick a field goal. And I think A-Rod thought that we can get another play in, and he was right. I think it was like 19 seconds. So I don't know if clocking it would have been smart when I wanted to do it, but that's something that I got to rehearse more in my mind and practice as a coach. And I'm learning to, you know. But that was an error on my part. It had nothing to do with A-Rod or Jake or anybody else. It was all my fault.
What makes Jake so successful in these 2-minute drill situations?
Yeah, maybe we should just run 2 minute the whole game. You know, I think he's starting to feel really, really comfortable in the system and making the checks, the audibles, and seeing the pressures, things like that. I mean, and you have to give a lot of credit to Utah because they mixed it up quite a bit, and they were able to get some hits on him, some shots on him. You know, and I don't think he was able to run like he normally would in terms of the QB run, scramble, things like that. And they did a good job keeping him contained. So we just had to find other ways to score. I wish we would have just converted some of those third downs. Or 1 of 12. That's not good. So we got to get that fixed, and I think we do. Then we'll be in a better position for success.
What was the tone of the message at halftime? Did you say you wanted more urgency? Did it have
Yeah.
to be expressed fiery, or was it just?
No, the players are fiery because they're good. They're obviously not happy with the first half, down 21-10, right? But after they're done talking to each other and everybody's, I think it's okay to let go of some frustration, yell a little bit. My message was very clear that there's still plenty of time. There's 30 minutes left. We felt like we got Utah's best shot, but we haven't delivered ours yet. So this is a time for us to deliver our shot, and you do it by just playing every down, and you don't hope for something to happen. You just go and take the initiative and make something happen. And defensively, I like that they were able to get some stops and force punts, shut them out in the second half, and it's something that Jay's really good at, you know. So he made some adjustments, and I think we were able to do a really good job at keeping. Obviously they didn't score any points, and then offensively we scored when we needed to. I would like to score more, but we scored just enough with 12 points, and we won the second half 12-0. So that's how we got the win. But the message was really no panic. Like there's not time to panic, but we need more urgency. Like we need a little bit more, and we need to start deciding if we're going to play tough or not, if we're going to be physical or not, if we're going to tackle better, if we're going to hit people and find a way to make plays. And that was just a call to those guys. But it was really calm. Felt a lot. The players were saying what I wanted to say anyway. So it's nice when they already take care of that, and then I can just be the good cop, you know, and just be a nice person and encourage them. So, and they went out and they got it done.
What went into the decision?
Last couple of questions.
Was that?
What went into the decision decision to go for touchdown?
That's just my style. I like doing that. Yeah, just assume I'm going to go for it every time there's fourth down. That'd be good. Yeah, I just had a good gut feeling about it, and we knew that we can get a first down. So if you're looking at it for the goal line, then it would be a different call. But I like that we could convert, and I think it was 4th and 2 to get a first down at the 1, and I felt good about it. So yeah, there's nothing other than that. A good feeling.
16 points from the special teams.
Yeah.
Farron and Keelan Marion, just the impact that they had in this game.
Yeah, I mean that's huge. Keelan's he's a beast. He's there's a reason why he's our returner, and he's literally that close to breaking one every time. I mean, I love having him. He's a great weapon for us, and K-Pop has done a great job getting special teams. Having the special teams become a force for us, and just really happy with how he's coached them and got them prepared. And he's an amazing coach, and the players have bought into what he asks. And then we focus always on the negative part, the mistakes, and then we don't take enough time to praise. And my wife was someone that said, hey, you're so much better when you get to praise people and thank people. And so I started trying to do that a little bit more. But I thought it'd be good for our program to do that. And the wins are so important, and they're hard to come by, that you need to celebrate them. And I don't want these guys to go through life thinking that everything's expected of them, that it's okay to praise the good things and in the middle of correcting the mistakes. And that's kind of what we're always going to do. And I'm glad people are patient with me as I make mistakes, but nice that they can praise me. If you guys could praise us a little bit more, that'd be great too. So yeah, it's just a better way to live life, and I want these guys to get the most out of their experience as a BYU football player.
There's Coach Kalani Sitake, and boy, he's out of breath after every press conference, or when he gets to every press conference, but more so even after that one, 22-21. BYU's now won the last 2 in the rivalry matchup. Of course, 21-20-24. You're going to see this one every year, Mitch, but yeah, another historic one, another crazy one for the books. So we'll take the break. We've got more to break down on a 1st and 12 Sunday. Thanks for being with us on the program. It's all brought to you by Macy's. Get the freshest fruits and vegetables from local farms and your local favorite brands. Macy's. Happy shopping. We'll be right back. More to go right around the corner. It's 1st and 12. Happy Sunday to you. 97.5 the KSL Sports Zone and KSL News Radio.